The stadium lights buzzed overhead, a low electric hum that seemed to vibrate through the very air. Daniel knelt on the cool turf, tightening his laces with steady fingers. Around him, the championship crowd was a roaring sea of noise, but he closed his eyes, filtering it all out. In the silence of his mind, he whispered a prayer for strength, preparing his heart for the battle ahead. His mind drifted back 5 years, to a dusty path where a younger version of himself walked beside his grandparents. He could almost feel the weight of the Bible in his hand as they recited verses under the morning sun. Every Sunday was a master class in faithfulness. His grandfather spoke of resilience, of standing tall when the world tried to bend you, while his grandmother taught him that every drop of sweat was an act of worship. These lessons became the blueprint for his life. On the sports field, when the losses were heavy and the cricket matches ended in defeat, Daniel never let anger take root. He would simply gather his gear, pray for the patience to improve, and return the very next morning. When the sun scorched the earth and his coach demanded extra drills, he didn't complain. He remembered his grandparents' voices telling him to work with all his heart. He ran until his lungs burned, treating the exhaustion as a sacred commitment. He wasn't just training his body, he was tempering his soul, building a discipline that no scoreboard could ever measure. The reality of the championship snapped back into focus. The scoreboard was a cruel reminder. They were trailing by 1 point, and the seconds were bleeding away. Then, the ball landed at his feet. In that moment, the world slowed down. Daniel didn't see the fame or the trophy. He saw the path forward. He dodged a defender with a sharp, calculated pivot, driving forward with an intensity that burned in his eyes. He wasn't playing for the headlines or the roar of the fans. He was playing with the quiet, ironclad discipline that years of faith had forged within him. He found his opening and struck. The ball arced through the air, a perfect, soaring curve that seemed to hang against the lights before snapping into the back of the net. The final whistle blew, a sharp contrast to the sudden explosion of joy from the stands. As his teammates swarmed him, a chaotic huddle of celebration, Daniel stepped back. He took one deep, grounding breath and pointed a single finger toward the sky. It was a silent acknowledgement of the source of his strength. Later, under the bright glare of the press cameras, the reporters crowded in. They asked about the pressure, the nerves, and the glory of the win. Daniel leaned into the microphone, his face remarkably calm. "Success isn't about the trophy," he told them. "It's about the years of showing up when it was hard, about trusting God during the losses, and remembering that talent is just a gift to be used with humility." He walked off the field then, his arm around a teammate, already thinking about the next practice. The championship was a milestone, yes, but he knew it was just one more step in a much longer journey, a journey guided by the simple faith he had learned on a dusty path long ago.